and how are you today? Today will be a great day. Today we will look at some famous artworks and see what they have in common. Then we will use Google Slides to create our own artwork. Let's create. Love, Miss Collier. So the first artwork we're going to look at is by an artist named Andy Warhol. Have you ever heard of him before? When you look at this artwork, I'm going to give you about 20 seconds to look. I want you to tell me all of the things that you notice. If you're at home, tell the computer. Say it out loud. Let's go. What do you notice? This is the Maryland diptych, made in 1962 by Andy Warhol. You see on the right is a self-portrait, meaning Andy Warhol took that picture of himself. What do you notice in the Maryland diptych? You guys noticed some great things. Yeah, this picture has the same face repeated a lot of times. Did you count how many times it's repeated? I counted, and on one side there's 25 colored faces. Then on the other side there's 25 black and white faces. So altogether there's 50 faces. 50 split into 2 equal groups is 25. Interesting. Let's look at another artwork by Andy Warhol. This is Campbell's Soup Cans, made in 1962. What do you notice about this artwork? We see a lot of soup cans repeated over and over. Do they look exactly the same? Pretty close, but if you look really carefully, you notice that one of them is beef soup and one of them is chicken soup. So there's small details that are different, but overall they're all this repeated soup can. Let's look at another artist. This artwork is by Yayoi Kusama. She's a Japanese artist. She's still alive today. She's 91 years old. And a lot of Yayoi's work is at big exhibitions. So this is a whole room that she designed. What do you notice? There's lots of repeated dots. The whole room and the floor, everything's yellow and covered in dots. Are all those dots, do they look exactly the same? No, some of them are a little bit bigger and some of them are a little bit smaller, but they're spaced kind of evenly, and we see lots of repetition. Let's look at another one. This piece is by Sol LeWitt. It's called A Square Divided Horizontally and Vertically into 4 equal parts, each with a different direction of alternating parallel bands of lines. Whew. And it was made in 1982. What do you notice? To bet, I didn't actually count, but I bet there's the same number of lines in each section, and they're evenly spaced, but turned in different directions. So we have 4 sections with lots of lines. Nice. Let's look at another one of Sol's. This is our last artwork. It's called Arcs from Four Corners, made in 1986 by Sol LeWitt. What do you notice? It's pretty similar to the last one. Instead of straight lines in different sections, there's arced or curvy lines in different sections. But what else is different in this one? Yeah, there's different colors in each section. So each section has the same number of curvy lines, but the colors in each part are different. You might want to put that one in your brain. Lastly, before you start your own art project, take 20 seconds and think about what did you notice that was similar between all or some of those different artists' work. Okay. Yeah, so all of these different artists would take artworks and they'd split them into equal parts. They had lots of repeating things, but changed small things like the size or the colors or the backgrounds. So today we're going to use a Google Slides document and we're going to do the same type of thing. We're going to take some shapes, put them into equal parts, and then we're going to change the size, the color, and some other things to create our own artworks. Let me show you how to use the Google Slide. Here we go. Alright, let's read the directions first. Choose 2 of the following slides to complete. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa! Oh my gosh, there's a lot. I lost count. Do I need to do all of them? No. How many do I need to do? Just 2. Okay. Alright, drag the shapes to create your own artwork using equal parts. Let's click on this one. What do I mean by drag the shapes? Alright, well, those don't drag. Oh. The shapes. Use all the circles by dragging them to create an artwork with an equal number of dots in each section. Okay. So how could I figure out how to put the same number of dots in each section? Well, first, how many sections are there? 1, 2, 3. 3 sections. So I could count all these up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And no, I need to have and try to figure out, okay, if there's 12 in total, and I need 3 groups, I'd have to have, I don't know how to do that though. So instead I'm gonna go 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, so if I have 12 dots and I need to put them in 3 equal groups, how many dots will be in each group? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 12 split into 3 equal parts is 4. Okay, now comes the fun part. I can decide where I want these dots to be. Let's go back to my directions. Add your own style by changing the colors, the size, and other ideas that you can think of. Oops. So I could change the size. As long as I still have an equal number of dots, just because this dot is bigger, still the same, still just 1 dot. As long as I still have 4 dots in each of these parts, same number of dots in each section, I can make them look like whatever I want. Make them bigger, make them smaller. I could even do big dot. I could change that. I could just change the colors. Let's see. Could make them all the same color. You can also change the line. So there's a border, and you can make the border a different color. You can also make the border, because you can't really see that blue line, you can make the border bigger. Oh, whoa! Almost looks like there's 2 dots there. Maybe a little bit smaller than that. That's better. I could even change, you can change the border type. So it's kind of like dashed or dotted. Do that if you want. I'm gonna go back to just a straight line. I could also change, if you click on the outside here, then you get this word background. And I could change the background color. Woo! If I want to. I could also find a picture, if I want a picture in the background, and make my artwork. I'm gonna go back, reset to the original theme. And then we want to make sure we answer these 3 questions. How many dots are there in all? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm going to go here. How many sections are there? We answered that. 3. And how many dots are now in each section? 4. Voila! Alright, so I've done one of them. If I go back to my directions, it's how many of the slides do I need to complete? 2. So I did this one, and now if I notice, this one looks exactly the same, but there's a different number of dots. So I could do one that looks the same, or I could find one that's sections. I got a different number of dots here. I could find one that sections look different. So there are a couple different types of sections, and then this one has more of a Pac-Man shape instead of circles. So you can choose the 2 slides that you want to complete, and I can't wait to see what you create.